What separates humans from every other species on Earth? It's not strength, gorillas have that. Not speed, cheetahs have that. Not even intelligence. Really, it's curiosity. That restless, almost painful need to ask, why? To understand, to decode the world around us. Most people lose this as they grow up. They stop asking questions. They accept what they're told. They settle into patterns, routines, comfortable answers. Some people never stop asking why. And in competitive environments, where talent seems genetic, where prodigies dominate, where natural ability is worshipped like a religion, curiosity becomes something else entirely. It becomes a weapon, because when you're ordinary in a world built for geniuses, curiosity isn't just helpful, it's survival. This is the story of a boy who had nothing, except an insatiable need to understand. Today, I want to talk about Isagi Yoichi and his thirst for curiosity. The last few chapters of Blue Lock has really inspired me as the World Cup begins with the first match of Japan and Nigeria coming to an end. Isagi's new goal in this game is unbelievable and his path to get there is inspiring. I want to cap off Isagi's ultimate weapon and just how important this has become for Blue Lock. In Blue Lock, we've always had an ongoing discussion between the talented and the non-talented, between the geniuses and the talented learners, between the winners and the losers, between friends and rivals, each opposing force showcasing why they are better than the other, and Isagi's growth has been incredible since the start of Blue Lock. There's a specific moment in the Nigeria game where Isagi is talking to the Nigerian players and telling them that going for a goal won't make a difference. From here, we see the completely new Isagi than before. He talks about the feeling of when you watch a movie and you walk out pumped saying, man, I want to live like that. The truth is, you're just running on impulse, letting yourself get hooked on whatever feels good in the moment. But the next day you forget about it. The kind of instant ego doesn't change anyone's lives. Isagi is completely right here. Having this instant rush of motivation won't get you anywhere, as you just give up on it the next day. You need something that you work towards every single day, something that matters. He then continues saying that Nigeria's problem is that they will all blame their problems as a team. Isagi wants them all to think individually. He doesn't want them to hide behind the group and wants them all to think for themselves. He even asks them how do they feel when going up against Blue Lock. He then asks Anazi, what is it do you really want? Do you want to make memories with your team? He says no. Do you want to become Nigeria's hero? He also says no. I want to be the best striker in the world. Isagi is now helping opponents reach their true egos to give him more patterns inside of his head. Onazi even asks Isagi where did that ego of his come from, and Isagi tells him from the curiosity to discover who he is. This is so important as curiosity in yourself is something so simple and yet can be infinite. The word curiosity means a strong desire to know or learn something, and if Isagi has curiosity of himself, it's a strong desire to learn more about himself. We have seen Isagi travel to learn more about football and try new things to test over and over. He is constantly adapting and finding new pieces. We also go back to when he was a kid and realize then what made him love football in the first place. It was seeing others and wanting to try that as well. He wanted to learn everything about it and keep getting better every day. He was absorbed in himself. He felt he almost lost it as he had grown up, but Blue Lock made him remember that huge curiosity he had in himself. I love this panel here where Isagi says smashing expectations into others' pleasure, frustration, even despair, all of it he wants to experience, and I think this is amazing. Isagi understands that on the battlefield, he will experience all these emotions, and yet he doesn't care. He wants to keep feeling them over and over. Not just the good, but also the bad. He wants the ultimate experience over and over. He wants to keep reaching new sides to himself that he's never felt before, and this is why he does what he does. Ever since the beginning of Blue Lock, each character has had a weapon that defines them to improve and keep them going. For so long, I always wondered, what was Isagi's main weapon? You could say in the first selection it was his direct shot, which is cool. Then later on you could say it was his left foot that he had learned against Urus. Then you could say it was his two-gun volley he learned against PhD. All of these are great, but none of those were Isagi's true weapon. Isagi's ultimate weapon is his curiosity. It's crazy to think about, as curiosity isn't a specific skill or playstyle, which makes it all the more exceptional. This whole time Isagi was using different things and trying new weapons, and the whole time, these are all just stepping stones to him. All these new skills are just things to test, and not one specific thing that defines him. He has no weapon like that. He even says it when scoring his new goal. Don't get trapped by a formula you created before. He's no longer being bound by his old weapons. He wants opponents to figure out how to stop him so he can learn a new one in the same moment. He loves the thrill of it all. We've been seeing Isagi taking the skills of everyone in Blue Lock, and at first you could say he is copying or stealing, but no, in actuality, he's just understanding them. He breaks it down to its components, and then rebuilds it into something uniquely his. This is adaptive evolution. This is what happens when curiosity meets competition. While geniuses perfect their one gift, Isagi is becoming a synthesis of everyone he faces, because a curious mind doesn't just want to win, it wants to understand why it won. I think in Blue Lock, Isagi and Ren are the only two that have weapons that aren't bound by a specific shot or playing style. They both have weapons deeper than that. Isagi has curiosity, and Ren has instinct. Later on in the series, I think the showdown will intensify between both of them, but Isagi's will ultimately win in the end, as I have curiosity defeating instinct. Here's what makes curiosity dangerous in competition. Instinct is fast, but instinct has patterns. Talent is powerful, but talent has limits. Genius is intimidating, but genius can be decoded. And that's the great thing about Isagi. He's not trying to be faster than Chihiro. He's not trying to be more skilled than Nagi. He's not trying to be more dominant than Baro. He's trying to understand them, all of them. And understanding is its own form of power. Because while instinct reacts, curiosity predicts. While talent executes, curiosity adapts. While genius performs, curiosity evolves. You can scout a genius, study their tape, and prepare for their patterns. But how do you prepare for someone whose entire strategy is adaptation? How do you defend against someone who's learning you mid-match? How do you beat someone who treats every moment as data, every loss as education, and every victory as a starting point? You can't, because curiosity has no ceiling. This is a great symbol for real life as well. We all have had moments where we sit down and get that late night motivation to do something, whether it's go to the gym, start a YouTube channel, read that book, start a new hobby, and that motivation then disappears. Honestly, for me, I had that too, the night before making this video. I should know, I haven't made a YouTube video in 7 months because the motivation and goal had disappeared. I was satisfied with what I had accomplished and had no real purpose to keep me going. And then I was rereading the past few chapters and thought to myself, how can I be curious in myself just like Isagi is? For me, the answer was creating. I want to create and write over and over until my hand breaks. I want something that I can look back and say it's mine. I want to keep finding this curiosity as well, as I'm not fully sure of the direction of this channel, but I'm going to keep being curious in myself to find out. What's something you're curious about within yourself? What's something you desire to do and really want? Something that's just not a shallow piece of yourself. Keep searching and find the answer for yourself. Only those with curiosity in themselves will truly succeed in what they want.